I have been waiting what seems like forever to say this, but welcome back to Minecraft on Lucid SMP in 1.17. Finally! So I'm here on the title screen for one specific reason, and that is because when I logged out last time, I did something, and I want to log in and see if it worked. Look at that, it worked. So what I did with this chunk over here is I regenerated it, and that has actually been fixed in 1.17.1, which means that it no longer worked. When I was doing this, I also looked in 1.17 and found that there was a geode in these two chunks here, and you can see half of it here because what I have done is I have regenerated this chunk here. So this chunk here, I regenerated it as I left the world for the last time, and now there is half a geode here. That is amazing. So anyway, now that we are in 1.17, there are a few things that I can do. Firstly is with this moss farm here, I can actually start using it. And if I go over to here, I spotted a shipwreck, but I intentionally left this alone because loot generates as you open the chest. So if I just go ahead and open this loot chest, I'm pretty sure there should be a chance to get some moss out of it. So that one didn't have anything, but there were a few others around. There is one right here. No, but we do have a buried treasure, so let's have a look at that. No to that one as well. Another shipwreck and another buried treasure map. I'm gonna go find this buried treasure, which I think is just here. By the looks of that, they are new chunks. So if I just come over to here and go to the correct coordinates, if I can actually find it. So this one here, dig down, and we get a whole bunch of stuff in here, a heart of the sea as well. But that is only one of the buried treasures, so let's go find the other one, which is quite a way in this direction over here. Okay, another one is right here. There it is, another heart of the sea, some more gold, some iron and emeralds, and I'll take the prismarine and of course the diamonds. So I'm gonna head over this way because these are new chunks, and hopefully I will be able to find some moss in the new chunks. And there it is! Finally got moss. That only took 10 minutes, but still, I'm excited, I can't wait. Now I just need to grab some iron, so a stack of blocks will be plenty. And now I need to craft a whole bunch of stuff. So I need 8 minecarts, so let's get 8 of those. I also need 8 hoppers, so I'll craft a bit more iron and then find the hoppers. So let's get 8 of those. There we go. I need to craft those into hopper minecarts. Where's that one? There it is. And then I just need some rails to place them on. So that is everything I need other than the lava, which is over here, to finish off this moss farm. Okay, there is the last minecart and placed down. So there's all the minecarts in there. So now all that is left is to get the water and the lava, which both are in here, and put those in. So I'm just going to break that block there, place in the water, and then if I put the lava in there, it should then just convert that into stone. Easy. Then the same over here, and I'll just do this on all the sides. So there's just one thing missing now, and that is bone meal in this chest here. So I am going to go back to my storage because I have plenty of that, and I just need to get it crafted into bone meal and then I'll be good. Okay, I'm just gonna put some bone meal in this dispenser here, and I've also loaded up this chest so that, well, it will sort itself out and allow me to run it. But let's turn this on. And I just realized I'm actually missing a piston. So that'll be fine for now because it should still be running at full efficiency. And look at that! There is just moss flying into this. Okay, piston's back in place and it is now all working fully. And just in that time that I went to go get the piston, look at this! That is absolutely ridiculous. The next thing I actually need to do is sort out storage for this, but that isn't actually something I'm going to do right now. For now, I sort of just want to collect up a bit of this and stock my shop because that has been empty and without moss for way too long. Mainly because there wasn't actually the block to get it. So I'm going to collect up some of this and then put that into my shop. And then I have something else I want to do before I get to the storage. And that is one full shulker box of almost a full shulker box. There we go. That is a full shulker box of moss blocks. And I'm just going to put everything else in this one here because I am going to sell this as well. I can't remember the prices I decided, but I have got all that figured out. And I guess I'll go turn this off because that is all done now. And I can go and take this to the shop. And here we are in the shopping district, and here in my shop, let's actually see if anyone has actually brought any leaves. No one has brought leaves. Okay, so, moss here. So there are a few things actually. There are the moss blocks, so there's these ones here, which I will just fill up this one here completely because I have more than enough moss now. Like, that is ridiculous, like 10 minutes and I now have all of the moss. Also there are these moss carpets, which I'm going to fill up as much as I can, which is 7, so let's put these in the middle like that. There is also the flowering azaleas and the azaleas. I can't exactly remember, but I think that was 16. So I've got enough for 4. And of these ones, I have a few more. I have enough for, I think, yeah, only 8. So yeah, now for the prices. So moss supplies is 1 diamond as stacked. So we've got 1 stack for 1 diamond, we've got 1 stack for 1 diamond, we've got 16 for a diamond and 16 for a diamond. So I think that's pretty reasonable pricing, I think. Let me know if you have any better ideas. But I do also want to just put some item frames somewhere around here just to show what each of these are. Or I could do this. That makes a lot more sense. Just put the block out in front. Yep, that's all I need to do. And now that we actually have these moss blocks, I can go around and just change a few of these blocks out for some moss, which it doesn't exactly fit into the with the grass here, but I guess it sort of looks okay. And of course we need one of these new 2 high bushes, which is essentially just a moss block on top of an azalea. Anyway, now that that is done, I can let people know that moss is in stock. For the rest of this episode, it's going to involve these things here. So some Dripleaf, some rooted dirt, and some azalea leaves. So yeah, I'll let people know that moss supplies are in stock now. And yeah, let's go back to my base. Anyway, back at the base, I am going to go over to the drowned farm because this is now a copper farm. And what that means is I just need to stand here for a little bit and actually get some copper so I can set the filter in the storage system. And then after that, I am going to go AFK for a few hours and hopefully get a whole bunch of copper. Straight away, first drown I kill, I get a copper ingot from it. So that should be making its way into this chest here. I think there it is. Our first copper ingot. Yes, that's one of many. I think... Well, this is definitely going in the filter, so let's go do that. Okay, replace the gold with the copper, because gold is never going to be produced from this farm again. And I'm, for now, just gonna... Well, I guess I can leave the gold in... I'll put the gold in here. Anyway, now I am gonna go AFK here. I'm gonna empty out my inventory and then get ready for a few hours of AFK getting some copper. And I am back from AFKing, and zombie social spawning has sort of been a problem while AFKing at this farm. Anyway, I said I'd be AFKing for a few hours, but turns out I sort of left it overnight and through the rest of the day, and it's about 24 hours later now, and yeah, I crafted this up a few hours after, and then I did this and got that, and wow, that is a lot of copper. I can probably go ahead and craft this all up into blocks. Something else that happened was the entire bone chest filled up, the arrows chest, and both of the rotten flesh chests. And I'm not entirely sure if that has built up anymore. It seems like there should be a lot more in there. And that's the last of the copper. So let's see. There's 11.5 stacks of copper blocks. Wow, that is a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna move away from here because for the past day I've probably been taking up most of the mod cap, and there are a few other bots on here AFKing doing stuff. So I am gonna go ahead and just head over to the shopping district because it has been a day and I want to see if anyone's bought anything. Yes, 2 diamonds and oh, one more. And nothing. Okay, well, 3 diamonds, that is pretty good. And I guess the moss it's only really going at the moment, I'm guessing, for people who don't want to go out and get it. Oh, I just had a look in here and there's another 2 diamonds, so it looks like I need to restock some of those leaves. And another one here. So, 6 diamonds. That's the best this shop has done. Nothing for ages, and then suddenly 6 diamonds. So I'm over here at Elfco, and there's some copper ingots here. 1 diamond per stack. I wanted to sell copper ingots, so I guess but we're gonna have to make it cheaper. But that will be a project for another day. For now, I want to go back to my base, sort out the storage for the moss farm, and I also have another farm I want to build. And there we go. So I just put the storage system underneath here. Eventually I think I'll dig this out and then I can expand it a little more. But for now this has got 4 chests for each item. So there is moss going into here and the overflow is in here. There are moss carpets going into here. There's apparently dirt. These are azalea saplings, azalea something. I think it's just azalea actually. But yeah, this goes all the way down to the end, and there are just a few overflow and seed chests here. So if I go into spectator, you can see the items are being shot out of the droppers. They're going along here and they're filling up the hoppers here. So yeah, azalea is up to 40 and flowering azalea is up to 25. So I'll just watch over this, probably AFK a bit, and possibly even fill the rest up with bone meal. This is now done. I did have to sort of grab some hoppers that were going into that dropper there, redirect them down here into another one here, because that one dropper at full speed still can't even keep up. And I did change the clock so that it is detecting when there are any items in there and creating a really fast redstone clock. And yeah, so that's doing that. And the moss is coming in so fast that even 2 hoppers here can't keep up, and it's overflowing into this chest here. But that's fine, most of it is going into here, and there is already a double chest of moss. I might need to change the prices. Anyway, I'm now here in my creative world because this is the next farm that I want to make. And it is a rooted dirt plus some logs farm. So essentially what I need to do here is I need to build this, and what it's going to do, if I can actually grab a azalea, is I turn this on, I then just hold down right click, it does everything for me so that it moves it if I place it. You heard that TNT go off. So anyway, I'll go ahead and explain how this works. So when I plant this down, it grows a tree, it moves it over, and I think, yep, a TNT, it just dropped from that TNT tuber. So pistons push this across here. As soon as the tree grows, they go over to here. That means that the entire line is fired. And every second time that this is fired, a TNT drops and it explodes, and all the items go out and into this chest down here. And that is it running for about 5 or 10 minutes, I think. And look at the amount of rooted dirt. That is amazing. I also needed a stone generator that was faster than just a single one. So I made this monstrosity. It can essentially be a quadruple speed stone generator, although it is sort of unreliable and it occasionally produces a cobblestone. And I only needed 2 of these, so I cut out the 2. It's still pulsing once every 4 times, but it only generates cobblestone at 2 of those. So you can sort of see if I just break some of these, it double fires and then stops because it's still triggering, but it doesn't actually have stone to push out. But that gives a fast enough speed that the stone can come straight in, and as soon as I place the sapling, it sort of triggers all this stuff. So then to the actual brain, I guess, of the farm. When I place the sapling, it triggers 2 things. The first is this, I guess it's sort of a T flip-flop thing. So that removes this block here, which means when it is moved out of the way, it isn't fired a second time. And it also pushes this block across so that I can't place anything else. It then triggers these 2 rail lines here. This one goes over here to trigger the piston to push both the rooted dirt and a new stone in. And the other one goes over to here, and that after a delay goes and triggers this moss to be bone mealed and the piston to be pushed. And that means that the stone that comes in here is converted straight into moss. This piston is also triggered to pop everything off. And then finally, this rail line is triggered. I was actually mistaken. This one is after. It's just this one that's initially fired. So that one's triggered and that resets this, which then opens this up and allows me to place another sapling. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, get a schematic of this entire thing. I'll cut out all that stuff, but yeah, I'll go get a schematic and go ahead into a time lapse and build this on the server. I'm going to come over here and grab some azalea and then head over to the farm. Here it is. It is completely finished. One thing I did sort of just think of is I should probably have added in some way to actually give myself the sapling so I can actually AFK at this thing, because at the moment it's sort of just AFK for a short amount of time until the stack empties itself. And yeah, that won't be very long. But anyway, I'm going to turn this on and hopefully everything is working. So I just want to test the individual things first. So let's see if this stone generator, that looks to be working perfectly. I want to come over here and check that that's working. Yep, good. And then that should trigger the TNT. Perfect. It didn't destroy those blocks, so that's always good. And then finally, this. So this isn't actually working right now, and that is because the hoppers aren't actually completely filled up. So it's only filled up to this one here. As soon as that fills up, it will start filling this up, but there's still a lot of backlog to fill up, so I might go and get some more bone meal. Okay, it's now working. There is bone meal in this dispenser. So let's see. Did it push the rooted dirt across? Yes, it did. And yes, there is a moss block. Or there is... yeah, there's a moss block right there. So anyway, let's go back in here. That didn't get pushed back. Why didn't that get pushed back? Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but it does seem to be working. So if I just hold down right click, I should be getting some going. And there you heard the first TNT blast. And if I look in this chest, we have 3 rooted dirt. Yes, it's working! Anyway, I've now started replay mod, so I can just stand here, farm a lot of this, or go through pretty much my entire inventory, and then you can have a look at it working. Anyway, this is only version 1 of this farm. It is a version that is working, and it gets me rooted dirt, but it is nowhere near, like, working perfectly. At the moment, well, if I look in this chest, you can see I have just under a stack and a half. That is exactly as expected because I had a stack, and the other, well, quarter of a stack will be in the system here. So with that rooted dirt, I've made a rooted dirt farm, which is ridiculously simple. I just stand here and I collect rooted dirt. There is probably something I can do to improve it, but this is working pretty well. All that it is behind here is there's a piston going to an observer clock. And yeah, when I click the lever off, the piston retracts and that sets the clock going. And I get hanging roots, not rooted dirt, hanging roots. I have been waiting for so long for this to happen. I have been waiting for this wandering trader, and if I come in here and look at the trade, small Dripleaf, let's get one. Yes, actually I'll get as many as I can, that's 10. Yes, finally I can get Dripleafs. And I have now made a big Dripleaf farm, so I just need to come here, hold down right click, and I get a whole bunch of big Dripleafs. Anyway, another thing I have been doing is collecting up the azalea leaves from here, because a lot of trees grow, a lot of leaves get collected, and I might as well because I'm also going to be selling these. And this shop is now fully stocked, so I'm going to sell these 4 diamonds for 4, And the reason for that is because I am completely aware that someone can just buy them and then farm them. And that's sort of the idea and the reason why it's 4 diamonds, because it's hard to get initially. So 4 diamonds for 4, you get 4 in case you lose one or something. And then you can farm them. I don't care, do whatever you want with them, but 4 diamonds, I get them. And these small drip leaves, I'm gonna sell them. What was that? Anyway, distractions aside, these small drip leaves, I'm gonna sell them for 4 diamonds and just keep that price the same. This one, I will eventually sell them for probably 1 diamond a stack or something, because yeah, eventually everyone will get them and, well, I can just have them sold cheaply. Also, azalea leaves, 1 diamond for 4 stacks. It's the same as the other leaves. These flowering azalea leaves, because they're a bit more rare, they are going to be 1 diamond for a stack. So I've got a few in there. Rooted dirt, I have 1 diamond for 32, and hanging root, I have 1 diamond for a stack. And between episodes, I'll spend a bit of time and try and get this completely stocked. With the exception of this, because this will sort of be whenever I happen to find a wandering trader. Because I'm not gonna intentionally go and hunt for wandering traders anymore, because it has taken me 2 entire days of waiting around for this wandering trader to spawn. But yeah, anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I have completed everything I wanted to for this shop. I have all the farms working, not as efficient as I would like them just yet, but they will eventually be like that. So anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.